Hey guys, Robbie here with G&E Adventures, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a home improvement project, so to speak. As you guys can see, I have some lights hanging in here. Did all this stuff by myself. It's pretty easy to do if you have a basic understanding of like the electrical. But what I've decided to do is put lights out here in the awning that we have here. The reason I wanted to do that is because during the summer it gets really nice out, and it's nice to come out here in the evening with the family. And sometimes it gets a little dark because the lights inside do not translate well out here. So we're going to put some lights in, but as you guys can see, I've already put up an electrical outlet out here because we have a camera there. So what I have to now do is I have to run an additional line from here out to there, and then we have to do an additional switch here. As people that are professionals that do this normally, they can see that I'm not the best when it comes to the organization of my wiring, but it's functional and it works and it's safe. So yeah, we're going to make this happen today, hopefully, depending on how needy the kids turn out to be. Okay, so these are the lights that I bought. They're just Westinghouse 4-foot LED linkable shop lights. I got these at Sam's Club, I think for like 17 bucks or something. Really cheap, really easy, really simple. They just plug into one another. So with my plan, I plan on putting an electrical outlet out there, and then taking that electrical outlet and hooking it up to a switch. Nice new shiny light. Let's get it installed. Okay, so I have already drilled, put the screws in here to mount the light, and now I just have to actually put the light up here. All right, it should fit right in. All right, one light up. Go. Okay, now it's just time to hide the wire so it's not hanging down. Got these little wire clamps. As tall as I can get it. Wire hidden. Okay. Now that we're safe, let's drill our hole. Oakley's scared?
Yeah.
You okay, girl? Oakley's okay.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time to run our electrical wire. I like making sure I have way too much and waste as much as possible. Another foot and we should be good. That's a male's foot right there. Okay, so first thing I need to do, now that I have my line ran there, I need to mount right up here. I need to put a piece of wood up there to be able to mount my electrical box. So what I do there, I got some scrap 2x4s in there, just cut a little chunk off, probably yay big, then I'll mount it up there. What are these kids doing? Getting into trouble. Great. Safety first.
Cool.
So like any good project, we have to go to the hardware store for some parts. I have the little double electrical outlets boxes for two side-by-side plugs or two side-by-side light switches, but I need the single ones. So we are headed up to our local Ace Hardware, and we're going to get that right now. Just finished up at the hardware store. They didn't have exactly what I was looking for, but I think we can make do with these just fine. But we'll definitely find out. I see that. Oh, you're working?
Yeah.
Good job, bud. You working on digging holes in my yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right, box number 2. All right, holes are through. Now it's time to mount the wood. So normally you'd mount these to your 2x4s after you have them up there, but I don't want to do that because it's kind of a tight space up there. So I'm going to go on ahead and mount them while I have them on the ground, and then just put my boards up. What do you think, Oakley? Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, that's not going anywhere. Time to run the line through. Okay, I lost the kids. I see one coming this way now, but let's go check on the other one. There's one. Hey girl, having fun? I hear him. What are you doing, buddy? You're just digging?
Yeah.
Some holes need to be dug?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so much for planting grass seed out here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay. All right, we'll continue the good work. Let's look and see what kind of damage we done over here. Huh. Got us a pretty big hole going here. I have just enough understanding to get myself into trouble, which is probably not the best when we're dealing with electrical, but it is what it is, and here we are.
I'm having fun with Oakley.
You having fun with Oakley?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Okay, so we have our box here. We need to punch out our all right. We're gonna cut it off about right here.
What happened?
And since we are already up here, before we get that, I'm gonna go on ahead and run my other line. Leave it just like that. So on these electrical outlets, you have gold wires and you have white wires. Your gold wires are your hot, which is your black. Your white wires, or your white silver screws, are your white wires. Makes it pretty easy. I think, yeah, it also tells you right on the back. First we need to bend a little. So these electrical outlets have push connectors in them, but that's for 14 wire. This is 12 wire. So this wire is a little too big. A little bit of overkill for what I have it for, but this is what I have, so this is what we're using. So white to silver, black to gold. I need this flipped. Okay, so with the ground wire, I went on ahead and put a hook in it, but I don't normally do that. I'm gonna get an extra little piece of wire and hook all of these together and connect one wire to this. That way I don't have to connect 2 wires to this one screw. So now, time to strip our next wire. My excess here, I can just pull back out. Once again, now let's move our grounds out of the way. Silver to white wire. All right. So now we have the outlet ready to rock and roll there. Okay, I had a wire. Oh, okay, there it is. And kind of tug on each wire. Make sure that none of them are going to come out. And they're not. All right, now let's cut the excess off of this one. So as you guys can see, I have my 2 grounds and then the ground for this outlet coming out. So now all I have to do, this is probably a little long too, that's okay. Now I'll put my little hook in there. So I know some people are going to say that this is not the right stuff to use for this application, and that's fine. I know it's not. Once again, I'm not a professional, but I can get this much done. So we had a little bit of time wasted there because Oakley fell. She hurt herself a little bit, so I just decided to go on ahead and take her in the house, get her a bath, and get her put into bed. But since I did that, that means that we have very little daylight left. It's currently 7:24. So I gotta get this done before it gets dark. And Tristan is in the house watching TV. So he knows how to come out here and get me if he needs anything, but he should be good in there. Okay, now all we do is plug up our light. And here in just a little bit, I will hide this wire as well. That's it. We should be done with our plugs now. Now, only thing that's left is to do the switch. So what I'm doing here is I am going to take this box out completely and put in a dual box. Put in a box that can fit 2 switches. So I can have a switch for in the shop and a switch for outside the shop. I've already cut the power to the shop, so don't have to worry about getting electrocuted. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my box up here and run my wires to it. But apparently I left a bag that has the rest of the parts that I need in my wife's car. So I'll have to do that after she gets home from work. So it may be dark at that point. So I may be working by candlelight. All right, let's get this thing installed. Okay, Anna is home, but the problem is the bag of my supplies that I need is not in her vehicle. So that means that I set them somewhere and I have no clue where they are. So I'm gonna get as far as I can go right now. And then if I come across them later tonight, I'll hook up some lights and stuff out here and get this done tonight. If not, we'll get it done another day. But hopefully I find them tonight, but I'll get as far as I can go right now. There we go. She's in there. And we are back. New day, same project. Hopefully we'll get it completed today. While I was at work today on my lunch break, I went out to Lowe's. I got the parts that I need. Hopefully I got everything I needed, but we'll find out here real shortly. Okay, so this is where we stopped yesterday. So this is my main power that I have coming in. This is my power going to the rest of the shop. Here is my switch. Once again, I'm sure someone's going to say something about this, but this is my switch. Use an old drop cord for the time being. Run into my lights in the shop, and this is my new line for the one outside. So now we just need to connect everything up. So what I want to do here is I don't want my switches wired together, but I do want my power, my constant powers wired together with some extra cable here, right? These are just some scrap pieces that I have. So we will take black, and then I need to strip. I know they make fancy little tools for these that you can get. You put all your drill and you just put it on there and you zip, and it does it all together. But once again, I'm not a professional, so I'm not buying professional tools. Bigger one here. All are good on that front. Now for our grounds, we want to do all the grounds together. So your ground is always going to be your bare wire, oops, like what we have here, or your green wire, like what we have here. Now that I have these all wired, I just have to remember which two are my switches. Okay, so I almost messed up here. So we actually need all of the white wires together as well. And then I'll need two black wires coming out, two hot. So my neutral, which is my white, are to be all together. So we can go ahead and strip this one. And this one. I actually need to undo this. And we'll cut this piece in half. Don't get your wires confused with what goes where. So everything is hooked together. So let me try to explain just a little bit. I'm sure there's some electricians out there that are going to see this and probably call me out because I don't know what I'm doing. This goes to the outside switch. This goes to the inside switch. This is my ground. And then these are my hots coming from my constant power. So the switch goes in between here and here. So when you turn the switch off, it cuts the power off. When you turn the switch on, it turns the power on to these. This is my inside switch. Because I'm going to use one ground wire for both switches. We're going to loop it. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it's really windy here. We've had some windstorms the past few days here in Texas. And it sounds like it's not quite done yet. And we just loop it around this one again, just like we did the other one. Both switches are off. So we'll now put our plate on. Okay, it's time to turn the power on and see if anything catches on fire. Wish me luck. We've turned the power back on. Nothing's on fire. Nothing's sizzling. That's a good sign. So now it's time to test it. Okay, inside lights. Let's see. There we go, they work. Exterior lights. All right, let's go make sure they're off. Lights are off. This light, yep, lights are off. Let's try it. And we'll flip it. Ah, they're working. Lights are on. Both lights are on. Okay guys, thank you for tagging along with me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe down there at the bottom. And if you want to see more of this content, just let me know. I plan on doing some more kind of upgrades, renovations to the shop and around the house. So I'm not a professional by any means. I've done a couple little odd and end stuff around the house, but I will definitely let you guys watch me struggle as I do it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more content from G&E Adventures. And to interact with us, follow us on our other social media platforms.